Yeah, tomorrow you'll probably be trying to blame me for this.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You did.
There's just
You,
no. You've always
dude.
been this way though. Listen,
You've
listen,
always
listen.
been this way,
Trist is
dude.
talking.
You're always
Trist is
been this
talking.
way, bro.
Trist is talking. When Trist talks, you listen.
Mm-mm.
Remember, you since since grade school, you have been this way. You've had no accountability whatsoever. There's been zero accountability.
In
If
what
you
in what
get
area? What are
pressed,
you talking
if
about?
you get pressed, your response is like
Because
that is
it's
just
usually not my fault.
that is your response. It's been the same way since we were 10. I've never seen anything like it. No accountability.
Bro, you're a big pass the buck guy too. I don't know what you're talking about. And this text shows it. You say I'm gonna go to bed, and then within 2 texts, it's my fault. After you said you didn't update your game, you didn't get on at a reasonable time to get that done. It didn't occur to you that there'd be an update and there'd be patches. You didn't think like that. You didn't think like that. Your CPA brain, the very time management great skills didn't set there. It didn't follow through there.
Listen, what got me was you all of a sudden pulling a bait and switch on me and telling me that your PC can't
But I still wanted to play. I still wanted to play.
Can't handle it. Well, I thought we were going to be streaming and recording like a normal. You're telling me all those streamers have better PCs than you? I mean, well, everybody who posts clips and stuff of them gaming, they've all got better PCs than you. Yours is the
Anyone that you're watching with hundreds and thousands of viewers, yeah.
Well, no, I just mean any old sausage.
Well, no, I probably have a better PC than most of them, but
and it just straight up can't do it.
Well, I have. If you read the text, I have my old motherboard. I had to put my old shit back in there because I had to wait for my new one fried, so I had to get a new one.
How did it fry?
I had to put. Well, you're not gonna understand this, but so I had to put some thermal paste on it and stuff like that because it wasn't. I thought there was some problems with it. And
thermal paste.
Yeah, it's to do with like heating and stuff like that, so it helps. Anyways, and so but once you put that on there, you can't return it. And realized after Jack looked a bunch of shit up, and we all kind of diagnosed. After that, realized, well, it is the fucking motherboard, and I need a new one. And so I couldn't return it, so I had to get another one. And I put my old one back in there so I could still play games. But doing one big thing when you're playing a game takes a lot of GPU and CPU power, but also recording it and running a software on the side also runs a lot too. And so running Call of Duty as it was already putting it at like 90%. And if I ran another program on the side, it could freeze, it could crash, and I didn't want that to happen during an episode if something funny happened. Didn't want it to happen. Didn't want to risk it. I think that's acceptable, don't you think?
So what's the remedy to this situation so that we can eventually get to the point where we can play zombies?
A new motherboard. New motherboard. But at the same time, by the way, I don't know why we find ourselves circling back to the well, see, all I wanted to do was record and play. When you never entered the party, you never entered the game. And you're sitting here telling me that would have been amazing to play when you didn't even get on.
Well, because
that is ridiculous.
Maybe I'm showing my youth here, or my age rather. And the Call of Duty I remember was you load that sucker up and you hop in and you start playing games or zombies, and now all of a sudden I'm looking and there's a 150 gig update.
Yeah, it's insane.
And
it's insane. I agree.
We're talking Activision IDs. I'd never dealt with that before.
I agree. It's a problem. It's a problem.
All this red tape that just needs to get cut right down the middle and let us get back to what...
I agree with you.
It's
frustrating. Because especially if you haven't played in a long time and you just want to hop on and do something, you fucking can't.
I was telling Riley this the other night. There is no, because PUBG had this big update. I say big, it's like 10 gigs because there's a new map and a couple new guns, new menu cover, blah blah. But we're downloading it last night because we wanted to play. We hop on, realize there's an update, 10 gigs, depending on the internet. You know how Xbox will like show you your speed? It's just going up and down. It looks like a heartbeat of somebody who's just on cocaine, and it's just going up and down, and so it's telling me 6 hours to download, then 30 minutes, then 4 hours. It's just doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And so finally, me and his downloads get done, and we hop on, and the servers are just straight up done. They're down, and we look up online. Yep, servers are down for the night. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, there's nothing more frustrating. And the same thing happens. Oh, I want to play Call of Duty. 200 gigabytes, Activision IDs. Madden does this with like your EA Sports account. Like
It's
it
always,
feels
yeah.
like they want you to do anything but play the game. And I'm just blown away.
Once upon a time in the world of discs, you could just pop that baby in there and you're playing. And
I
you
still
know when it all
well, also,
started? You know when it all started? It all started, and I saw it coming. And when I say I saw it coming is when the years of the Xbox
oh,
One, because you still put discs in, and then you had to start downloading the game onto your console.
even though you're
And you're
popping the
like,
disc in.
and you're like, the disc is in there. Why am I downloading the game? And then not only did you have to download it, but you couldn't just play the game until it was actually downloaded, even though the disc is in there. You couldn't do anything. So it was all downhill from there. And then all of a sudden, everything's online, and then there's this and that, and then it steamrolled into just bullshit.
Was that with Xbox One? You had to start downloading
Yeah,
it
yes,
from
yes.
day one. From day
I
one.
don't remember if it was day one, but it was pretty early on that people were like, "Oh yeah, Xbox One's out." Blah blah. I think it was. I don't know if it was right away. Maybe it was, but either way, that you put the game in, and then you're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And you're like, "Oh, I have to download it." If I'm not mistaken, it was like right away.
Well, do you remember, like with the 360, could you buy games online yet? Or was it still only discs?
I think you could, but it wasn't as easy as it is now. Like, you know what I mean? I think you
Right.
could.
Like
I
you didn't
think
have a full,
there was a marketplace, but I don't know if you could actually buy like big titles. I think you could do like indie
like
games or
new
some
release
shit. I
titles.
think you could do like
Yeah.
little things. Maybe I don't think they really had a
Actually,
game
I think it was like
a
old
store.
Xbox games. I think they had like old Xbox
Yeah,
games
toward the
on
end of
there.
the
But they're like,
360's life, they had that. I think, but
yeah.
I'm not totally sure.
But then you're right with the Xbox One when they started making it, you had this huge ass box on your dresser,
Yeah.
desk, and you were still having to download the games
Because I
and
remember
put
when
in the
people got
disc.
GTA 5, dude, and that download, and you're like, dude, I have to download the fucking game when you had it on
Right.
disc, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. But what's insane is like I was talking about this with Riley. Why do we still even need the Xbox? I'm confused. Like, if it's discless, because like I have the next gen or Series S, whatever, so no disc. It's just sitting on my desk, taking up space. Now they do this Game Pass Ultimate, where you
Yeah.
straight up don't have to download the games. You
Yeah.
just so, and then you're already using a monitor to play the games on. So I'm like, wait, what's the purpose of the
But I
Xbox
would say
again? If you're
still
able to do
playing, you're
cloud.
still running the game through the console.
That
So
okay, exactly. But I'm saying is like, will this be the last generation of consoles? Like, will by the time that PlayStation 6 and the next Xbox come out, will it be totally cloud gaming where you just go to the Xbox website and basically you run a game,
I don't
and
think so because the consoles
you
are.
think you still need the
I think they're
consoles?
still going to do it because they're just gonna make the games perform way better, get better frames. Well, I mean, once upon a time, you weren't even getting fucking 60 frames on a fucking console, and now you can. And so I think
And
that it'll just get better for how well it runs the game. So yeah, because you can game from the cloud or whatever, but you're still not if you don't have a console, you're not running it. Who knows what you're running it on if it's not something. So
but you've seen companies like Amazon started doing this with like Luna or whatever it's called, right? Where it's just all on the Amazon website and you can just hook up an Xbox
but at
controller.
some point, yeah, it'll be obsolete, 100%. I don't think it'll
But
be within the
that's
next one.
what I'm saying. But the next one's probably coming out, what, 2027? You don't
Who
think in
fucking
4
knows?
years? You don't think in 4 years
Maybe,
we'll be there?
maybe, but I feel like they're just making the consoles even better now, and so
I mean,
that's why people want the PS5 so much. It's like, dude, this thing's probably gonna run so well for a console. And
oh yeah.
what did everyone that played Call of Duty, Halo, everyone started on consoles, and the only reason a lot of people have PCs, a lot of people still use controller just on PCs because they love controller. The only thing that the console couldn't do in the beginning was run it as well as a PC. So I think that's what they're kind of going towards: get a console that runs it as well as a PC. Because then everyone's like, oh, I don't
Right.
even have to fucking play on a PC anymore.
Right. But I think my point is you won't even need a powerful PC. You know, like the example I was using last night when I was talking about this with Riley was imagine Netflix. Imagine if you had to carry around a portable DVD player that you couldn't put discs in to just run Netflix. You'd go like, "This is crazy," but no,
Yeah,
we log in from anywhere. We can watch it on any smart TV, any computer, any iPad, any phone, and you can log on and watch Netflix. And
yeah.
I get it's different, movies to video games, but it's still like the same point. Like, will we get a point where it's like you just need access to the Xbox website and a controller,
I
and
mean, probably,
shit, you can
honestly.
you can load up you can load up GTA 6 just straight from the Xbox website, and you don't have to download anything. And they've kinda got their version of Steam or whatever,
I
and
mean,
it's just like,
honestly,
"Oh,
probably
you're on the Xbox."
everything's going that way. They're also coming out with
And you
another
don't.
PlayStation Portable.
Yeah,
I'll be getting my paws on that
and
most likely.
the PSP was badass.
Dude,
That
that was
legit
with the
was
little discs,
badass
dude. That shit was
because
ahead of
the
its
the
time.
game and I actually I never owned one. I had a Nintendo. I had a 3DS or whatever, or 2DS, I've had a couple of the Nintendo
I remember those.
3DSs.
Dude, the
Um,
PSPs were badass, and
but
you
the
could do
PSP,
YouTube.
because
You
of
could
the
do a bunch of. It was
screen
ahead of its time. It was ahead of
because
its
of the
time.
screen, it was ahead of its time because the screen was so damn good. The graphics were
Dude, I
so
remember
damn good
playing
on it
World of War
because that
Zombies on the
screen was
thing,
so
dude.
good.
It was actually unbelievable. It was so good.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, I don't know why they stopped because those were
I don't know
tight.
either. They,
No doubt.
especially for when they came out, it was like the most like future. Like holy shit, I'm literally playing PlayStation in my fucking hand.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Wow,
Um,
tough night for the Raiders, huh? I mean the Chargers.
I was gonna say not the Raiders. They're gonna be partnering it
63 to
up with
21,
Floyd.
dude. Well, that's crazy. 63 to fucking 21. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
it's the
That's
Chargers are gonna fire Staley.
yeah. See you later, buddy. You're fucked. It's almost
Justin
like the
Herbert
Raiders
might be at
knew it
least.
and they beat him by more, so he get fired quicker.
Yeah, maybe. Um,
Fuck me.
but what was I just gonna say? We've got a big UFC card this weekend.
Yes, we
Are
do.
you watching it? What are you doing, huh?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it. Yeah.
Don't no stupid looks, no Z looks. Come on. Just answer like a man, like you said.
Yeah.
No little boy
Yeah, I'm
answers.
probably gonna
You
watch it.
answer like a
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna watch it.
At home,
Yeah,
bar.
I'm probably gonna watch it at home, unless we're doing something. Which, oh wait, we have our Christmas party this Saturday. Fuck.
Oh wait. Last Saturday was the big work
That was
party.
work. This is ours, like our house.
Oh, you're hosting?
Mm-hmm.
How many people? I must have missed the invite.
That's a great.
Could have caught on a quick flight.
No, you wouldn't have, dude.
I fly private now. I fly private.
You haven't been a CPA long enough to fly private, I don't think.
I fly private.
How?
There's companies.
You fly
No
private for
security. I'm
work?
just kidding.
I was like, are
No.
you
But that's the
stupid?
goal, though. That's the goal.
Isn't it like over 100K
Well, I mean,
to
not each
fly private?
flight, not each flight, but I think you can just like, I mean, there's companies that you
I
can just
mean,
straight up
it's
like
near
their
there to fly
app.
private. It depends where you're going, of course, and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's pretty near there.
There's like a God, what was the app? Because I downloaded it. Because they'll do like they only have like a couple destinations from Nashville. I think it's JSX, as I say right here, and it like wasn't outrageously priced.
I mean,
Like
if
I'm
you
not
could
even
fly,
lying.
imagine though, like, okay, flying private. If you get with like, and you have a big group trip, and there's like 10 of you. I mean, that's doable. I mean, it's still expensive as fuck, but
Dude, it's one of those things though that like if you had the money, you would do it.
oh,
Like anybody
100%.
who's
Everyone's talking
anybody
about,
who
these
I
celebrities
know,
flying private, the environment. Dude, if I had that, I'd be flying
I
private
know,
everywhere. I'd be flying private
and
everywhere.
everyone is lying if they say they would not.
Especially
They
if
are
you,
straight
especially
up.
if you've used airports a lot, you know why you would definitely fly private.
Yes. Um. Oh, see, like this is annoying, dude. There's only two destinations from. But dude, so like for instance, this is so from Nashville going to New York City, private airport, Westchester County, or I don't know which HPN, whatever that is. round trip. I want to go. I want to go next Friday, the 22nd, and come back the day after Christmas. $519.
That ain't bad. Wait.
I know. Isn't
Okay.
that insane? That private.
Okay, time at private meaning it's on a privately owned plane. Is there some? It doesn't mean it's. I'm talking about when I'm saying flying private. It's you fucking call up a place. Hey, I have a plane waiting for me, and it's your fucking plane. That's very expensive. There's no way it's $519 for
Oh,
that.
okay. What you're looking for is owning your own damn jet.
No, that's not
I'm
what
not
I'm looking
talking
for.
that.
That's not what I'm looking for. Because everyone knows flying private is astronomical. A lot of celebrities don't even do it because it's like thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands, if not.
Right. But this is
There's levels to this. It's got to be just. It's got to be just
but
maybe a
like
little more convenient.
it might be considered charter. I don't know because yes, there
Okay,
will be
that's
other
charter
people
then.
on the
It's
plane.
charter then. It's
There will
charter.
be
It's
other
charter
people,
then.
but there's no TSA. I don't think at least because you're. I think it's like a runway thing, but that's
Probably an
still flying private.
airstrip. It's probably
That's
not even.
flying
It's
private.
probably not even a fucking.
If
It's probably not.
if you're
It's
not going through security, yeah, shh. If you're not going through
everyone.
TSA
Tristan knows about
checkpoints,
aviation.
it's oh yeah.
He's an
Oh, yeah,
accountant and a
Tristan knows
pilot.
about aviation.
Fuck you, dude.
Can't even talk with you, man.
Yeah, you can. We're doing it now, man.
No,
Is it me? Is it us?
it's you.
Oh, there's Trish pointing the finger. Oh, it's you. Typical
Yeah.
you, man.
Whenever you point the finger, you got two pointing back at you. Never forget
Well,
it.
actually, you got 4.
You an alien? You the hamburger helper hand?
I'll look on the finger. You point them when you point them.
Yeah.
What's that hat you got on? Was it Nash? Rash?
Read it.
Rash? Nash?
Nash.
What does it say?
Nash.
Oh, that's what I asked. Who's Nash? Nash Greer?
Nashville.
Dude, I swear to God, bro, you might be a white girl at heart.
Why is that?
You kind I love it, dude. I love it. I love it about you. I just think you have a little bit of a white girl in you. Love it, man. Any concerts this weekend?
Don't say dumb stuff.
No, I'm seriously asking. You go to one every weekend.
No, actually, my parents are going to Medford on Saturday,
Wait, why?
and for their company work party,
Oh.
a couple days they're gonna be out there. It's my mom's first time back since they moved, so almost 3 years.
Oh, no shit.
My dad went back in January, but
He went back
So-
in January?
yeah, so this will be his second time going home.
No, have you been back since you
I've-
moved?
Oh, stop! I just saw you a couple months ago, dipshit.
I meant like, have you gone to Medford?
Oh God, I've gone each year. I went 2021 for Cooper's wedding, 2022 for a wedding,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and
I don't know what the fuck I'm
this
thinking
year
about.
for 2 weddings.
Yeah, you're right. I'm crazy.
I have to go to Portland next. Or actually, it depends on they haven't solidified a date yet. But I'm in a wedding up in Portland.
Wait, who's got the balls to put you in the running?
One of my good friends from grad school.
No
The
shit.
guy, my best friend up in Portland. Remember when I lived in Portland?
I do,
Going
because
to
I
the
visited
spot?
you actually. So.
Yeah, you did. Tried to leave in the middle of the night. It's weird.
Yeah, we almost got in a brawl. We almost got in a brawl out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky that didn't
Tried to
happen.
be
You would have got your clock cleaned.
Tried to be a tough guy.
Oh shit, that Uber driver, dude, he was concerned.
You know what I was trying to think about though? For one, I remember that Uber being like $80. It was something
It
ridiculous.
was like 80. It was like 80. Okay, I'm not kidding. I think it was like $85, and that was before tip or anything like
Yeah.
that. I think it was like 80. And
Right.
it was like a 2-minute drive, dude.
Oh, it was a 15-minute drive.
Was it
20
really?
minutes probably.
Okay, well that's why it was
probably 20
$85
minutes.
then.
Yeah, going to Sherwood to downtown Portland.
Well, it probably felt like
but-
2 minutes because I was ready to knock your teeth out in the back seat.
Yeah. You know what I was trying to think about though was, did you guys only come once or did you come twice?
Came twice.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And stayed twice?
I don't think we
I
stayed.
think it
I
might
think I
have been only
stayed once. I
once.
stayed once. We came twice because I think one of the times we were going down to Eugene or Medford, and we ended up stopping by and we hung out for a little bit, and then we kept going.
Oh, that's right. I think one time you did stop by for like an hour. Like
Yeah,
not even.
we stopped by on the way down, and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing? We're going through Portland."
That's right. But then the one time you
The one
stayed.
time we stayed, yeah.
God, what was hilarious though. I remember just waking up and the router was pulled across the room. Like we could not figure out why.
Better connection, dude. Fuck.
Yarded across the apartment.
We had a long enough cord. Why not?
Me and Jack stayed up till about 5 a.m. shooting the breeze. And somehow you ended up at the bed. Is that how it worked? Did
I
you
was
end
on
up
the
getting
I
the
was on
bed?
the living room, dude.
But me and Jack were out in the living room. So I must have kicked your ass out. I must have thrown your ass out the room.
Probably.
That was a fun night though.
Yeah, that was fun. What was that place we went to? I don't remember what it was called.
Jones. Was it a Jones Club?
Was it? I don't
Or
know.
Dixie. There's
I
Dixie and there was Jones
I don't
Club.
know which one, but we went to a couple places, I think.
Yeah, I think it was
Wait, was that the
Jones
same?
and
Didn't we see
Dixie.
Cooper out one time?
Yeah, he met us one
Yeah,
time.
that was it. Yeah.
Remember that
Was that the
place?
same night? Was that the same night?
Yeah, it had to have been. It had to have been. But he was with other guys, like up from.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
What I saw, Cold Darby.
Cold Harvey. Oh
Um,
my god.
Portland was wild because like for a big city, and you could still see people that you knew from like Medford and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like 'cause
Yeah.
it's the closest like big city, and so it's not like everyone's totally unfamiliar. And so, um, I only went out a couple times because it was like a decent trip. It was probably 20 minutes without traffic, like getting to downtown Portland is decent at least, maybe even closer to 30. But still $80. It was like 35 if it wasn't like peak times.
Yeah,
So that's what was
that's
annoying
probably
about
late as
seeing the
fuck too. That's probably
85.
why.
Was like 2 a.m. I remember we wanted to walk because it was just we
It
looked
was
at the price and we're like,
astronomical.
you gotta
Yeah.
be joking me. And
Yeah.
we'd already paid cover charges.
Yeah,
That
we
was when
paid like cover charge for like three
Portland was
places,
annoying
dude.
with the cover charges.
Yeah.
Portland was so annoying with the cover
Well, the thing is,
charges.
you'd go in there. I'm like, dude, this place is not. There's not enough people here for you to be charging us right
I
now. Like,
know.
it's like,
I know. It was stupid. But I only went out. So that was one time. And I want to say that was like the fall. I think I went out twice, like less than a month between each other. Like, because Garrett and Dalton came up for Halloween. And so we went out that night, Saturday. I think it was Saturday night, like Hollow weekend, as the white
I
girls would say.
forgot.
And
That's right. Yeah, everyone call it Hall Weekend, dude.
and then you and Jack came down, I think like 2 or 3 weeks later. It was November. I wanna say it was like before
I want to say
Thanksgiving.
it was. Yeah, it was definitely around that time because it was cold.
And then we never did it all spring or whatever. I was like, "That's stupid." Like, we never went down again, but I don't think you were around a terrible amount of times. Um, but it was funny because like, you gave me, like, an hour you're like, "Oh, Jack and I are heading down." Let's
Why not?
hang out. I was, like, playing video games on a Saturday. Wasn't doing anything.
I'd kill for that. I'll tell you what.
Responsibility, Z. Adulting.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. If it was up to me, I'd be up somewhere by myself with extremely good internet, just gaming it out. Going to work, coming back gaming. Going to work, coming back gaming. Going to work, coming back gaming. That'd be what I'm doing.
And somehow when that was my life in college, I wanted to be done with college so bad and be working, and
Now you're working, you're like,
it was
wow.
I'm ready to retire.
Yep. Oh, me too. I was talking to someone today, and they're like, I'm like, dude, like even if I didn't have loads of money, if I had just enough to where I could be good not to work, I'd be done. Like I would just stop. He's like, why? That's stupid. Why would you do that? I'm like, because what do you work? You're working to stop as soon as possible. Like I'm like, if I had enough to where I'm like, you know what? I could, if I'm smart, I could do this right, and I could just not have to work anymore. I'm doing it. I'm not continuing to work, so I have a little more to retire on. And then when I retire, I'm fucking 70 on a couch. I'm like, oh, I have all this money, great, and I can't do anything.
With your body breaking down.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was telling someone. I was like, dude, I'm like, if I had enough to where I wouldn't have to work anymore, even if it wasn't a shit ton of money, but if it was enough, if I played my cards right, I could just not work. I'd do it.
Just to be able to like get a rental or a couple passive income things to like
Yeah,
keep you going,
that's it. Yeah.
while you retire. No, I think what's crazy for me is that there's just like no break. You can scatter some vacation
Yeah,
days
if you
here
if
and
you play
there,
your cards right on
but like
holidays, you can get extra
as a
breaks and stuff.
kid,
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff, like when you're going through grade school, high school, and then even college, you're like, you got summer break, you have this long winter break
Yeah,
and
spring
spring
break,
break.
yeah.
You have all these like breaks and then you feel like each year, is after summer,
Not to
it's like a
mention summer's
total
months,
reset.
so it's like,
Right. And that just felt like the longest time, as a kid, and felt like one first day of school the next year was just like it was like a year had passed,
yeah.
after summer break when it's only, barely even three
Now that you're an
months.
adult and you hear a date that's 3 months out, you're like, oh, that's coming up. But as a kid, you're like, oh,
Mhm.
fuck, that's fucking forever. That's hell far.
Right.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
so it's just insane. And then going like, oh my God, like I have to, I'm doing this until 55, 50,
Yeah,
60 years old with no breaks outside of, oh, maybe if
outside
I'm
the
lucky, I'll get
holidays,
a week here.
those few
I'll
days,
get, yeah,
yeah.
the holidays. Oh, I managed to squeak out a week here to go to, you know,
Dude,
Bermuda.
that's why, okay, people our age, okay,
And
there's so many people our age, all their stories are them in Spain, are them in South America, back-to-back trips. I'm like, what do you do to where you're getting away at this age that often? Like, what?
I don't, I don't get it
I don't
because
get
I'm
it.
like,
Whatever they're obviously they get something I don't because I got to understand what it is.
because I've met people like that too, who it's like, if they can do a they can squeak by a long weekend here and there, and they always want to be traveling. And I'm like reverse. Like it's a lot of work. Like if I'm traveling, I'm like not
Well,
stressing,
you have
but
to
I'm
be
just
you're
like
in that
it's a
planning
lot of
mode.
work.
That what am I gonna do next? Okay,
Right.
I gotta do this. It's checklists, and I don't want to do it.
It's not relaxing for me to go on vacation,
No.
because of all the travel, the expense.
Not to mention
Like
you
it's
only
not
have a little bit of time. It's like in that little bit of time I want to fucking
right.
relax.
Right. Exactly. And so to me, like relaxing is like being at home,
Yes. Yeah.
chilling,
It's
like
being
playing
home
video
doing
games,
nothing.
watching
It's doing
movies,
nothing. It's doing
taking
nothing.
naps whenever I want,
Yeah, it's
like
doing nothing.
but like for instance, like Santa Barbara, I mean, like that was a fantastic trip. But like I get back on Sunday and I'm like, oh God, I work tomorrow and I
Yeah.
feel like I haven't
Yeah.
had a break, from the last work
Yeah,
week,
you haven't had an official unwind time. Like
Right.
it's just yeah.
And so like with vacations and people are like, oh, like if I'm taking a vacation, like I'm going here and they're always going overseas. And I'm like, for one, like I've looked like I would love to travel, go on cruises, go to
Yeah, me too.
London, go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Spain, but like I look, bro, it is thousands and thousands of dollars, and I'm like, are these people literally
And
just
that's
emptying their
bottom
bank
basement
account?
bottom basement prices are
Right.
thousands of dollars.
And I work at a good paying job, and like I know some of these people, like I know about what they make, and I'm just like, how? Like I'm doing the math, and
And
I'm
then
just like,
your
like,
bills,
are you
you're
literally
this, you're
going
that, and then you're thousands of it just doesn't make sense.
I'm like, are you going into major debt just to go on vacation? Are you emptying all your like? Are you getting money from other people? Are you staying with family friends over there? Are you
Well, I
staying in
feel
a
like a lot of the people that
hostel?
travel, are those people that, which I kind of get this mindset, is that the money will return, but your time and how young you are won't. I feel like that's kind of the
Right,
mindset they kind of think, which makes sense,
right,
I
right.
just, I don't know. I just, like, a lot of the times when weekends come, because we're always doing shit, like, on the weekends. Like, most of the time,
Right.
I just want to fucking stay here on the weekends. I'm like, dude, because my weekend actually lasts a long amount of time when you're out traveling, or hey, we're going up here and then we're going down there, like, and we're doing all these things. It just goes by like that. And then socially, I'm like drinking a lot, which is fine. But then like I'm drunk and then I wake up and it's the end of the weekend. I'm like, fuck, I've been drunk this whole fucking weekend. I haven't even got to fucking sit down and relax.
Right.
So,
No, I think we're very similar in this. I think we would agree
oh, dude,
pretty much
they think I'm
down the
just
line.
like, oh, as you become an adult, you're just, you kind of just don't really want to. Your social media runs out. I'm like, no, I love being around people. But
Right.
as I work more and this is my life, I'm like, dude, I just very covet the time I actually can do nothing because most of the time I can't do nothing. Let
Right.
alone if you have children or something, for God fucking sakes, then your life's over. Like it's just, that's just what I think. I just want to be home. I want to be home.
Yeah. well, especially like, and I know you're kind of in a similar boat, but it would be so great to either work 4 10s or work from like 8 to 4 in my case, but like getting off at 6 and then like
You
I
got
know
at
you're not
6?
going to the gym right now. I get off at 6, yeah. And that's like bare minimum. And but sometimes, it's 6:37. So, that's
Yeah.
if I'm not really busy. But and then I go to the gym and so like I can't do anything during the week because it's just work and gym. And then, I'm back home.
I don't
And it's
want to
like
do anything during the week either. Fuck.
the people well, yeah, but like I know people as well that like they'll have plans during the week. Oh, I'm meeting this person for
Oh, we're
dinner,
going out
and
to the
then
movies.
oh,
We're
we're
going
going to
here. We're
yeah,
going there.
going to a
Yeah.
movie. And I'm like, I don't know how you do it, but then I think that also alleviates some of that from your weekend.
Yeah.
And so I don't know exactly where I was going with that, but just because yeah, once the weekend comes around, like maybe like 1 or 2, especially Saturday, I really don't like to do anything because Sundays don't even feel like a weekend to me anymore. They feel like prep for
Yeah,
Monday in the next week.
and that's all you're thinking
To
about is,
me,
oh, tomorrow I gotta
right.
fucking work.
Exactly. To me, the weekend is like Friday afternoon
Yeah.
on. Like once you start getting close and you can sniff it,
Yeah, you.
and then
Yeah.
through Saturday night.
And then
Like
Friday, you're like,
to
oh, I
me,
can't wait
that's
to
the
go do
weekend.
stuff. Blah 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 blah. And Saturdays, I don't have a problem doing stuff, but like that I agree the same thing. And then you wake up Sunday and you're like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Dude, I hate okay,
But
like
like,
during the week, like I don't. It's not that I don't want to do stuff. It's just that if I do, the only thing I'm thinking of is, okay, well, right now I could be home making dinner, and I could have already been ready to roll. I could have just been relaxing, ready for bed. That's what I'm thinking of the whole time I'm out doing something during the week. Not that I don't want to be
right.
there. It's not that I don't want to be social. I'm just like, dude, I could have just been already had this set out, already laid out, and then I'm like, now I got to go home and unwind again from the workday because I actually didn't even go home and unwind the first time. And so now it just felt like I worked fucking 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Or 9 p.m. or something like that. I'm like, oh, or I get home and then it's time for bed. I'm like, oh, I don't even get the time to lounge or whatever. So it's not even a lazy
Yeah.
thing. I just would prefer my free or relax time home. That's it.
Right. No, exactly. And it sounds silly, but like if I don't have the time, like if I have to force myself, because I'm big on, getting the amount right of sleep. Like if I have to, get less than 8 hours or 7 hours, like
I think like six
I'm
and a
like
half is my
not
sweet
I'm like
spot, dude.
panicking. I'm jealous. I wish I could get by on less sleep because I could do more. But I but like if I get home late, like if I have a concert during the week, like you said, I've been going to a lot of
Yeah.
concerts, drinking a lot, spending a lot of money, and then I get home and I'm like, oh god, I gotta immediately get to bed because I've got early work calls, and I don't have time to just like relax in bed and
Watch a
watch
movie
King
or
of
yeah, yeah,
Queens.
yeah. You
Yeah,
know.
it like, and I'm bummed, and I
Yeah,
feel like it
it
just is
bums
a
me out.
ripple effect.
When I get home and I can't do that, or like I'll get
Right.
home and I'll try to. I'm like, okay, I could. I'm like, fuck, it's already almost 11. I'm like, fuck, I can't.
Yeah.
And it's just it bums me out.
Yeah.
Like even
No,
right
I'm the same
even
way.
right now. Oh, I'm itching. I'm itching to get down and watch the rest of Heat. I'm excited.
You don't have a TV in your bed?
Oh yeah, I do. But the living room, the couch is really comfortable,
Uh,
and the Christmas tree's in there. The
um,
ambiance is great.
I don't have a Christmas tree in here. I'm not in the holiday spirit. I'm not in the holiday cheer. My mom
Well,
was giving me shit for
well, we're adults now. Nothing much gets us in the Christmas spirit.
it. I well so yeah, so I'm house sitting for my parents because they're flying coach.
But you are now or this
Actually, they're
weekend?
this weekend,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm heading there tomorrow. They fly out like early Saturday morning, so I got to watch the dog and the cats, and my parents just adopted a third cat from neighbor from 2 doors down. Cat started wandering over every day to the back deck, and my dad just decided to take it in and provide food, shelter, accommodations, and so for
I
a
didn't know.
while he was just keeping him.
Beast taking in freeloaders.
Well, for a while he was just keeping him on the deck, and he's just like hoping he went away, and the owners know about it and everything, and the owners are just little pieces of shit. They don't
The
care.
owners are
They're
probably
just
like,
like,
please
thanks for
take
letting
him,
us
please
know.
take him, please take him.
And this cat, and my dad's like, oh, sweet cat, and I've met it. It's a nice guy, Salem,
You've met him?
and 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 so now it's morphed to because it's getting cold out. And he's provided indoor shelter, and the other day I get a picture, and he's on my mom's stomach. And so that might be on my plate this weekend too. I haven't been told about it, but I might have an extra pussycat to take care of.
I thought you were about to say
We'll
extra
see.
pussycat to play with.
No.
Oh
So
fuck.
We'll see. It's always entertaining. Thankfully, they only gone a couple days, so it's not too long. But I'm and then Silas sleeps with me whenever I'm over there, so his big ass doesn't understand space on the bed at all, and I have to shove his body over a million times.
Oh yeah. Well, should we do picks?
Um, yeah,
Fucking 63-21, bro. How
yeah. You want to pick that one?
embarrassing. Yeah. Oh, I hope Abraham. This guy at work, I gave him a pick. I was like, oh yeah. He's like Raiders or Chargers because
Abraham.
he was making a bet. I'm like, oh Raiders. He's like, I think Chargers. I'm like, Raiders. Do Raiders. And he's like, I'm like, first of all, Herbert's out. Chargers suck. They're gonna get fucking steamrolled. I hope he fucking went with him. I told him. Vikings Bengals.
Vikings
Saturday game.
quarterback.
Huh?
I got Jake Brown and winning another one.
Um,
Saturday. Why are they doing
I
games
know
on
they.
Saturday?
Well, there's
Oh,
there's
because there's no
three.
college
There's
football.
3 games on Saturday.
Because there's no college football.
Yeah. Then we got Steelers Colts. I got Steelers there.
Yeah, right.
Broncos Lions. I got Lions. Even
I
though the
think
Lions
Broncos,
haven't
but
looked fantastic lately.
Lions haven't looked good, and the Broncos haven't they won 5 straight or something?
I think they haven't.
Or did they lose?
They've been playing decently good. I think they've won most of them of their last 5 though.
Lost.
We got Giants Saints. I got Saints there. Giants are.
It's a bad game. Is Derek Carr getting benched?
I fucking have no idea. I thought he was. That's what I'd read.
Sucks.
He's
He
terrible. He's
sucks.
terrible.
His black hair, his dyed hair.
I do. I am, however, a fan of the Tommy DeVito story. I am.
Yeah, that's cool.
I am a fan. 25, lives at his parents' house still. That's pretty fucking funny.
Sounds like you.
I love that. I didn't live in my parents' house. I've been gone for 7 years almost.
Did you? Did you spread your wings all the way back then?
I moved back down to Medford for like 6 months, and then I was gone for good.
When did you live there for 6 months?
After Eugene. Left Eugene, came back, and then
before
and then moved up
Seattle?
with Jack when he was up here in his first place.
And
And then we got Bears Browns. I mean,
I think Bears probably win that.
that'll be a good game. I think that'll be a good game.
Yeah.
I think Brown's on that, but I actually don't hate
Oh,
how the
but
Bears have been
Flacco,
playing.
They got Flacco.
Dude,
Flacco looked all right last week.
Dude, he didn't look bad, man. First of all,
He's
I
got
know.
incentives now in his contract.
I'm just saying, Joe Flacco, he has been in a lot of big games, dude. He played in a lot of big games in his career.
Been in a lot of big
Yeah.
games. He's going to really help our season tickets. Early
That
on.
exact conversation happened in the office. His legs are gone.
And I question if the arm speed is still there.
Yeah, fuck. Who would have thought Joe Flacco would be on the fucking field starting again? Not fucking me, dude.
Feels like he's about 50 years old.
Seriously, we got Falcons, Panthers, Falcons because Panthers are fucking
Toilet bowl. Stick to the good
That is a
games.
toilet bowl. Buccaneers, Packers. I got Packers.
Packers lost a heartbreaker, but Packers probably win that.
Yeah, we got Jets, Dolphins, but I would hope Jets can pull something out of their ass.
Dolphins, but Dolphins had a collapse of all time proportions last
did.
Monday night.
Absolutely.
That was embarrassing.
We got Chiefs against your Patriots.
Yeah, we don't need to pick that one.
Texans versus Titans. I got Texans on that.
Probably Texans, but isn't Stroud hurt? He might not play. Stroud doesn't play.
I think he is.
And it's
hurt.
pencil neck. If it's
also
pencil
Nick
neck
Collins
playing,
is
Davis
most
Mills?
like Collins is one of the receivers is most likely not playing.
Well, I got Noah Brown. Is he playing?
I didn't see that he wasn't. Well, I have Dalton Schultz, and that was good news for me that Collins might not play because I need some touches on Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz from the Cowboys? Oh, he doesn't play for the Cowboys anymore, then?
No, he's on Texans.
Oh, that's right.
49ers Cardinals. Well, 49ers and Chris McCaffrey's going to get 45
49ers
points, and there goes my
they're gonna
playoff run.
steamroll.
Hey. Okay, we got Commanders and Rams.
But do I need to go with Purdy or Jalen Hurts in this one?
Dude, the Cardinals are fucking atrocious. I don't know.
But I could see them running the ball left and right, and
Yeah.
Purdy ended up with 115
But
yards.
here's what I think. Here's what I think. Purdy might be a bad idea because of the fact. Here's the thing. I feel like what they do to a lot of teams is they'll start scoring, they'll start blowing them out, and then Purdy will stop throwing it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's probably Because once a game gets to a certain point, they don't even they just let their foot off the gas, obviously, and they just run the ball and then punt it away or whatever
Yeah.
because the game's already over anyways. So I don't know. That's
Yeah.
risky. But if it's kind of close, Purdy's gonna be fucking dealing. But I don't think it's gonna be kind of close for the whole game. There's no way.
If Midget can keep it close, then it favors me.
That's
But
that's that's always the tough call when you think they're gonna blow someone out and you're like, okay, well if they blow him out, he's not gonna get any fucking points. So
right.
that's always a ballsy move. We got
I'm heading for an upset. I already know it.
we got Commanders and Rams.
Probably Rams.
Probably, I'd imagine.
I just don't.
This
think
gonna be a
the
good game.
Rams are
Cowboys
close.
Bills. Cowboys Bills. I think that's gonna be a
Ooh.
good game.
Where's it at? Buffalo.
I think it's in Buffalo.
What does it say?
I'm looking.
Who's the home team? That's where the game's played.
Hey, I wish it said it. I was on the main page. It doesn't even say. It's in Buffalo.
Yeah, that could be Buffalo winning that.
Ravens and Jags also could be a good game.
I got Ravens. I need Odell.
Did you pick him up?
Yeah, he's inserted in my starting lineup.
Yeah, he's been playing well, dude.
Due to some injuries.
Eagles and Seahawks. I got Eagles, I guess.
Is that in Seattle?
Yeah.
You ever been to a Seahawks game in Seattle?
Hmm.
How many?
1.
I've been to 2 Titans games. Honestly, they're kind of bottom on my list. They're so expensive, and maybe if the Titans were better, I'd care. But NFL games aren't really for me. I don't know.
They're
Like, I'd
okay.
much rather go to concerts.
I
Or
think there's a reason I've
baseball
only been to
or-
1, and not that it wasn't fun, but it was all right. I'd prefer college football over going to an NFL game.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that's just me though. I know some people have a good time. Like, I never understood the people who get. I mean, if you're a fan, I get, but like the season tickets for NFL, and if I'm getting season tickets, I think college would be way fucking better.
Yeah.
So but that's just me. And that's all we got. So, yeah, that's all we got there. Those are picks.
Oh,
Well, we're about at 45.
well, your picks are bad.
Everything mine is bad and yours is good. I know.
So when are we playing? Can we talk? When's the new processor, motherboard, Activision ID? When's all that stuff gonna be squared away and buttoned up so we can
Supposed to be
play
here
and
by this
stream?
weekend. I think Saturday. It's
How
supposed
much
to
does
get here.
that cost you? How much does it
Oh,
cost
about
you?
200.
Just a rear mother processor
Mother process.
or whatever.
The motherboard. Well, I got everything else set in stone, so I just need that.
Your secret lab chair.
Yeah, I've taken that thing fucking apart and put it back together about fucking 8 times, putting new parts in. So
The computer.
yeah, it's fucking unbelievable. It's annoying.
So remind me, do you still have your Xbox or no?
Yeah, it's sitting right. Look in the camera. That little white thing poking out of the corner, on the table back there, under the speaker.
Oh,
Yeah, it's still
that's
there.
an Xbox One.
Yeah, it's the white one. The whatever the fuck, I don't remember.
Does it have a disc or no? Disc tray?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember if they did a version without a
God,
disc tray.
if I probably tried to put a disc in, it probably wouldn't take it. It hasn't been open so long, dude.
All of a sudden, you start seeing smoke rise.
No,
from
probably. I'm not.
the
If I opened it, it would probably go. Probably fucking would. Well, I got nothing else. Closing statements. You got anything closing?
Nope. You remember those those 360s? 360s used to like melt. People's like carpets would catch on fire.
Dude, and then you had the red rings. I had my 360 in a freezer before I fired Halo back up because I had 3 rings. I'm like, dude, if I had 4, I'm fucked. Because if you had 4, you're just toast. The thing's done for. And 1, 2, and 3. 1 was like it would pop up but go away. 2, it would start coming back very consistently. 3 was like it wouldn't even start up, and 4 was just you're fucked.
That was just the craziest design.
It was.
That you could get these red rings around the logo, and
it would just tell
mean
you
your
how
shit
fucked you
is
are.
fucked.
It'd tell you how fucked you are. Dude, because on my first 360, I got 4, and I had to get a fucking new one. And then after a decent interval, I got 2, and I'm sticking the thing in the fucking freezer because apparently each one had a different meaning. Oh, it's overheating if it has this. And so I fucking, at one point my dad has a bad back. You know, my dad would have tons of ice packs in the freezer. I would get 5 of them, and I'd put it all over the Xbox when it's running, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that was like the beginning of DIY YouTube videos, you know, like, how do I do this myself? And guys would be taking their
Dude,
Xboxes,
yeah,
guys, just
terrible
little
idea,
geeks that
by the
look
way.
like they had
Terrible idea, by the way.
just these geeks with spectacles on that look like they hadn't seen a ray of sunshine in 5
Yeah,
months, you know,
and
just in their house, and they're just tearing these Xboxes apart, bro.
yeah.
You take the
If
and
you
you had
take
the
this,
plate,
they're taking
you had the
microchips out and they're like
you had the
soldering shit.
faceplate pulled off. You had the faceplate pulled off, and it was looking like C-3PO
Yeah.
and Phantom Menace, just like staring at you.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like fucking 12. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this right now.
Oh god.
Fuck no.
But that, I mean, that was just the craziest design, and just, I mean, there was nothing that made your heart stop
No.
more than just seeing those rings come
The
across and
funniest
being
thing is
like,
how it
"Oh
got
my
the
god."
nickname was the Red Ring of Death. That's why it's fucking hilarious,
There was like
dude.
there was just no straight up fix. I mean, you'd have to box your shit up to send it off, and it could be weeks,
Yeah, you
months,
didn't even know when you were
be
gonna get
on
it
the
back.
phone with them.
Yeah.
No, and it'd be like summer vacation, and
Well,
you just got nothing to do.
the
We're
funniest
12.
part when you think about it is if you're one of those people who had to send it in, I did too, is that you're like fucking 12 or 13 years old and you're on the phone on the other end with this fucking employee being like, "Well, I think that," and you're trying to figure out your fucking ex.
That was straight up. Isn't that hilarious? I was literally
Oh.
11 years old
At the time, it
on
didn't
the
feel like
phone
that, but
with
I'm saying
these.
looking back, you're a child on the phone with this employee trying to get your fucking Xbox back, and
I know.
and you're trying to have them explain to you what's wrong, and you're asserting, be like, "Okay, so
I'd
what
be
are we looking
taking
at here?"
notes.
Yeah.
I'd have a notepad, and I'd be scribbling notes like I was in school.
Unfucking real, dude.
Can you
Fuck.
imagine? I don't think 12-year-olds could do that today. I
No,
don't think
I don't
they'd be
think so,
capable.
dude. I remember being on hold.
They're helpless.
I remember calling them tons of times, and I'm on the phone sitting there. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, "Oh my god, I gotta get this fixed." Like for days straight on the phone with Microsoft. I'm sending emails. I'm fucking, and I'm like 11 or 12 or something, and I'm trying to
Yeah,
fucking figure this all out.
we were just kind of operating like 16-year-olds at the
Yeah, and then
time.
my
Like
mom
that
would
was,
fucking bring the phone in, and I'm on the phone with the fucking Microsoft employee.
yeah, that was a crazy era. But I feel like that crafted like hardcore gamer. I don't know, just like
Well,
that struggle.
you never have to do anything like that today. I mean, maybe call if you send it in, maybe, but like you don't. Now they have warranties
Well,
you
and
buy
that,
with it and shit, and
yeah, and they're
there's
obviously
yeah,
just, and they're just much better,
yeah,
obviously.
everything's
And
more convenient.
I remember, talk about like struggles before you had your license or something,
Oh my god, yeah.
like one thing that sucked was like I would need this little cable from Circuit City. We didn't have Best Buy, we
Oh,
had Circuit
Circuit
City.
City,
We were
bro.
by Tinseltown,
Yeah.
and that was the place. I'd
Now
be
it's a
posted up
Spirit
there
Halloween
playing
hideout,
Madden.
dude.
I know, it's weird, but in the trampoline place or whatever the hell, or that
Oh
place
yeah,
closed.
that's right. I don't know if it closed. I have no idea.
But and I would need like this little cable. Like I knew exactly what I'd be talking to employees or something.
Was
Oh,
it
you
the
need
little
this
wireless thing,
adapter.
the wireless adapter for the internet?
Well, no, no, no.
Oh,
But it was like something like that. Like it was like a little cord adapter that I need, and it wasn't exactly. This wasn't just like only Xbox, but just anything like that. Where I was like,
yeah.
I had this huge, I was going all techie, Peter Parker type gadgety on the, and I would go to ask my dad, like, can you take me to?
Yep.
Nope, not happening. And I'm just like, it would just be killer. It'd be like a Friday night, and I just needed one little $10 cable. Nope,
And
not
that's
doing it.
your
And
life's over. You're like, dude, I remember
yeah,
my parents, same thing. So
oh,
when we lived at Spring Hills, I would bike my ass to Plane Trade, dude. It was like a long ways away. I'd bike. Well, I remember when Halo came out, then it was a Halo Reach, or was it something like, or no, it was a Halo like, it was like when ODST came out or some shit. I biked all the way
right.
down to fucking Plane Trade, got it, and biked all the way back, dude. And I remember Brandon, his mom after school. So I was like, I needed $60. I needed 20 more bucks. Brandon, his mom stops at my house. He gets out, he knocks on my door. He's like, "Here, it's 20 bucks a week," because he wanted to play together. He gives me 20 bucks. So and then I bike my ass down to fucking Play and Trade, grab it, and bike all the way back. Fucking
Awesome.
unreal.
That's actually awesome. Um, but I used to do that with like Redbox movies. Like that to me, that was a big deal before I had my license. I was like starting to just be like a huge movie guy, and it wasn't. And I feel like that was the age where you started not buying every DVD that came out. Your parents stopped having a big ass collection,
Yeah.
and so there's always movies that I wanted to watch, and especially like new releases and stuff. And this was right as Blockbuster was crapped out,
Yeah, because Redbox killed
and
that shit, and then Netflix killed fucking Redbox.
right. And I remember like I would bike down sometimes with Jake, and we'd bike down to Albertsons just to go to the freaking Red Box, and like that was our biking
Well, because
experience.
that was like you going to
We
the fucking
going down
movies
there for
almost, dude. You'd have to fucking go
it
get it.
was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't quite as like uh monumental as Blockbuster was, or
No, no, not
what's
even
the like
close.
legendary, but it was still like it was a great post Blockbuster experience to like, just literally stay there and go, oh, $1, and it's a new Matt Damon movie, Contagion or whatever, get it.
Contagion.
You can release you can return it to any red box on Earth,
Yeah.
and it's $1, and bike home, stop at
Especially in
Ray's
the
Food Place
pretty
with
cool
Jake, grab
system.
snacks,
Pretty cool system,
grab
and
sweets.
everyone was blown away when it came out. Redbox. Oh, this is the coolest thing ever. Oh, it's at the 7-Eleven. I could just go fucking put it back, and then get another one for $1. It was crazy. It was actually a really good system.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
because and then you started doing it with games too.
Yeah,
Remember, like
and
when
they
discs,
started with games
when we were
too.
still on disc, and it would be a little more expensive, but it was like $3 for a night, And if you just wanted to try out a game, it was like a no brainer.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, I think red boxes are still a thing, right? But like nobody has
No.
DVD players on the ready,
No.
and because like I would probably still use it because I don't want to rent every,
Well, now you could just
pay.
go on every Amazon Prime. You just rent it for $4 from your fucking couch or
That's
something.
true. If it's like $4, but I feel like the new releases they'll be like 20
Yeah,
bucks,
if they're new
or
releases, they're like $20 to rent sometimes or something.
yeah,
But most of the time, if you really want to watch it, instead of even if there's a red box down there, you're like, okay, I could just fucking spend $20 and not move. So
right.
yeah,
But even like $1 back then feels cheaper than $4 now. Like I know inflation,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
yeah,
it's still more expensive, but like $4 now, it sounds so stupid, but that feels too expensive for a movie to just like that I don't know if I'm gonna like or
yeah.
care about. I could
Exactly.
turn it
Yeah,
off in 10 minutes.
yeah.
$4, like I feel like it should still be $1,
And they always make the trailers to
And
where it looks fucking like the best movie ever.
yeah, and so I used to love just like being at the red box, poking on the screen and just going, all right, I'll get 3 movies,
Yeah,
but like I would never do that at home and go, oh, $4, $4, $4.
yeah,
No,
and fuck no,
um, like oh, I'll find something on Netflix, that's free,
yeah, exactly.
free, free with subscription, but it's
Yeah,
just Blockbuster was that the nothing will
Blockbuster,
ever
nothing would
compare
beat it,
to.
dude. I loved,
And
I
Friday
loved
night,
going
you
to
want to talk
Blockbuster. I
about
love going to
You
Blockbuster,
wanna
man.
talk about like, imagine how our parents felt, talk about, like, working through the week, hard work week, on Friday nights,
Yeah.
heading down to Blockbuster with the kids, and grabbing
But
movies
but
for the
dude,
weekend.
doing that was like a family activity, dude. It was like we're going out,
Right,
we're going to, and we would go to Blockbuster as one of the activities of the weekend. That would be part of it. And
right,
they'd be like, "All right,
right.
you guys can rent 2 video games or something like that." And we'd be like, "Oh shit."
And, I mean, obviously, and I know you know this, but, like, in the summers, our sisters were playing softball and stuff, but, like, during the winters and stuff when it was cold and we didn't have sports going on, I feel like growing up in a small town like that benefited us in terms of like just loving the weekends at home, watching movies,
I did. I loved
popcorn,
them.
just like, you know, big city, you may be out doing a whole ton of stuff,
I
and
also loved
all,
I loved walking through the aisles of movies too, like and just seeing all of them displayed and then being able it's like a library. It's like a
looking at the
library.
back of the
Yeah.
DVD covers,
Yeah, it
looking
was
at
like
the
a
back of the
library.
covers.
It's just a lost thing that's never going to come back. It was amazing.
No, no, it was like the perfect, even as a kid, it was the perfect gateway and segue into the weekend.
Yeah,
And just like
I agree.
waiting in line, the big ass gumball machine in the front door, and then the popcorns, the microwave of popcorn
Yeah, and
buckets,
they had all
like
the
with the
stuff that
with
you
the
would see at a
package
theater
inside.
on the front, like with the candies and shit
Right,
like that. And so
right. And it just smelled good. I
I
don't
love
know.
the smell.
It
I
smelled
love
like
the
a movie
smell.
theater.
I love the
It,
smell.
sm- it smelled like a movie theater.
Yeah, because I think a
Um,
lot of it, it kind of it did smell like a movie theater a lot. Yeah, I think I always thought a lot of the smell was like because there was so much like especially if they're new movies and like in the cases and stuff have that like new like plastic smell like when you open like something that like a DVD carrier or something. If you get like a new Blu-ray or a new DVD, it has a smell to it. And I thought
Yeah.
that there's just thousands of them in there, and that's why it just smelled like that.
Yeah.
What a time, huh?
It
Well,
it was
we're at an hour.
clips.
Yep.
Clips. I know what you're doing tomorrow night.
That is what I'm doing tomorrow night. All right,
Clips.
folks. Well, thanks for coming. We'll see you next week, and see you.